Welcome to Kamatchkalan Chronicles on Heroes and Hooligans. Decades ago, during the guano wars between rival factions competing for control of valuable bed droppings, a young inventor named Alexis was hired by a vestment intermedial to maintain a remote lighthouse on a small island off the coast of KC-426. Alexis, excited by the opportunity to put their mechanical skills to the test, soon realized that the lighthouse was haunted by the ghost of the previous lighthouse keeper. The ghost, a madman who was driven to murder his family before taking his own life, was determined to prevent anyone from uncovering the secrets of the island. As Alex struggled to keep the lighthouse running and protect themselves from the ghost, they found they must also contend with the dangerous guano miners who were determined to claim the island for themselves. With the help of a local girl, who had her own reasons for wanting to keep the miners at bay, Alexis had to use their inventions and quick thinking to outwit the enemies and survive the perils of the island. But as the tensions between the miners and the lighthouse keeper reached a boiling point, Alexis also had to confront the dark past of the lighthouse and the madness that consumed its previous occupant. Did they survive the island's dangers and lay the ghost to rest, or become its next victim?
Hey-o, it's Thursday night. It's Heroes and Hooligans. Welcome back. I'm so glad to have everyone back. I don't know did we do a proper introduction for Sunny last week?
I don't know.
I think we eased it in as I am wont to do. So let's give a big welcome to a new player to the campaign. Very excited. Sunny, would you like to introduce your character and yourself?
Sure. Sunny is a female deep gnome who just happens to also be a dampier and has developed an obsession with the sun and the light and always goes towards it, and found her way out from deep underground to come to the surface and wander everywhere the sun shines. It's very upbeat and friendly, and just enthused to see the world and maybe make some friends.
Awesome. And that's the character. Now tell us about the player.
I'm a longtime D&D player. I've DM'd games and I've been running games since 2nd edition. I work in tech, have a fun job, and spend my free time playing games and LARPing, among other things.
Awesome. So we are going to do something. You work in tech, so that's cool. I'm going to stay a little bit meta again this week. I don't normally. I usually try to jump right into it. We are in KC 426, and what are you thinking so far of this town, everyone?
Oh, well, since you're asking, Mr. Cheeseburger, what we think about this place, I will say we think it's shitty.
Fair.
2,
fair.
I
of its shittiness. Some of us consider that to be a good thing.
Don't you mean guano-y?
Fair. But let me consult my Bard's notebook here. My questions of this place. 1, Why does Vestment Intermodal have its claws sunk into here as well as now our home? 2, who is Deagle? Where did she come from? And why is she involved with Vestment Intermodal? 3, do these Warforged need help and out? Because I don't like that they're being squeezed for money and forced to do things that they probably don't want to do, but they feel like they have to do. That's my Owl Vera's 3-point place. Feel free, rest of you, to have yours also.
Yeah, that's right. Now, I think it was after last week's session, I shared with you a dream. I don't think that was in session. Is that correct? Do I misremember that? I don't know.
It was in
No, you
Discord
shared it after.
Yep. Okay, well, so that reminds me. We've got a Discord channel, Heroes and Hooligans. It's a big community. Everybody has a good time. We share memes. We plot schemes. What else do we do, Cappy, that rhymes with eames?
We share memes, we plot schemes,
And we
gave us dreams.
gave us streams last week. There it is. We are 3/4 of the way to a rap verse. We need one more. Lala, do you have another Eames rhyme so we can finish our rap verse?
Which ones did we do again? Schemes, memes.
We share memes, we plot schemes, and we had a dream.
And we like whipped cream.
Okay, there we go. We got
They have to subscribe.
one verse. One verse down. 17 more to go to have a rap song. Okay. All right, let me share this before I forget. The Discord. Let's why don't we share the link to that? Holy, do you want to do that?
Yep, gotcha, boss.
So if you're watching us live right now, you are probably either on Twitch, most likely, or YouTube live. We're also live on Twitter. If you are watching us live right now or watching us later on YouTube, please do us a favor and subscribe. It is the kind of thing that builds up over time, becomes a compounding thing, and will really help us long term. So you can do something that takes you 5 seconds that will help us a lot in the long term. So we would really appreciate that. We'll get that link out there so you can see the dreams, the schemes, the whipped creams, and the memes. Mostly the memes, but also mostly the schemes.
So many memes.
So many memes. So many memes. All right, but let's talk about a dream. As the party made camp last week, a dream in the night. It comes to them deep in the workshop, the tinkerers building Warforged. Mrs. Deagle says, "Yes, very good, Sir Gnome. It will make a fine worker, no sense of smell. Will not mind the guano smell at all. No need to eat or sleep. Will be low operating costs. Won't need to feed them or give them paid time off. Excellent, excellent. I will take 200, please." The tinkerer nods and continues working. That was the dream. So, thoughts on the dream?
It was interesting in that Eagle was younger from the little bit extra you gave us. So it was probably 30 to 50 years ago. And so the people have been here for a while, or the Warforged have been here for a while in this state.
Yeah. Any other thoughts?
Well, so it kind of confirms that all of these people were made specifically to work here, but that makes me curious more about the bartender and the individuals we saw in the inn, because they weren't working the guano fields. I don't know what you would call it. And so were they made for something else? Did they like develop more of a sense of self and independence over time? Or what's going on there? Because normally if you make something for a specific purpose, you don't give it the ability to do things other than that specific purpose. And are there more like those individuals, or is the rest of the mechanical people in town, do they just eat, sleep, and, well, not sleep or eat? Do they just guano all the time?
I'm sure at times they need repairs, and I would argue that just because we don't understand a form of consciousness doesn't make it conscious. So it's possible that they have other ideas, or that they just haven't thought of them yet. There are many paths to life.
I do have a question for clarity, Mr. Cheeseburger, if that is okay. When we were in the tavern and we were drinking the drink, everybody passed their con save. No, the other one.
No. Okay.
The other drink. It was called something special. I know this. Hold on, I'll tell you what it was called special. Shagus. Yeah. Old Peculiar. When we were drinking those, everybody passed their con save except for me. And you mentioned the Temple of the Naga and having to complete the trial to become an acolyte. Yes. My question is that something I specifically saw because I failed the con save, or was that knowledge that was offered to? Okay, thank you. Perfect.
Yep. I will say yes. Normally I should not confirm that, being that you're at a campsite, but we're going to go ahead and say yes. Good insight check. The answer is yes to that question. Yep.
Now, my second thoughts about the dream are, is the Tinkerer somebody that's here still, because we didn't see or meet anybody by that name or hear of it in town? And I know we don't know anything of the opening credits in character, but now I'm starting to ask questions about the Tinkerer and Alexis in that manner as well. So I'm excited to explore it. Really, I am.
Asking the right questions. Yep. Asking the right questions. Now, lighthouses are special in Benalia. They're special places. They are used for specific things. One of the big things that they are used for, let's bring a picture of this one up. One of the big things that they are used for is for what is effectively known in the gaming world as fast travel. So when you unlock a lighthouse, you unlock its ability to be used as a fast travel portal. So it is especially, they tend to be in remote but important areas. And they are a way to avoid things like long overland trips or long sea voyages, which are very dangerous in this world, as we have found out. So there is a lighthouse here, and you are near it. You are learning a little bit about it. You'll learn more about it tonight. But as you solve these challenges, each lighthouse challenge is different. You will unlock the ability to use it and travel to it and through it at any point. So I will mark these on the world map as you unlock them, and those will essentially allow you to do travel. There is a lighthouse at Astoria as well. So there are actually two on this continent. So this is one way, instead of walking up the coast, that you could get back to Astoria. All right.
I don't think we really we did go to the underneath of the lighthouse, but in this, that was in the 2-shot. I don't know if we in this campaign ever went there and or cleared that particular puzzle.
Yeah, that one is clear. Yeah, that one is
Perfect.
So that is, yeah, that short shot sort of was the genesis, the seed of this campaign, and we're going to count that as.
So basically, Mayor Sammy's not quite as useless as Elvira thinks.
Mayor Sammy is part of the reason that it is unlocked. Yes. Yes. Yep. Okay. What do I share about this? What did you think of that intro video? You have questions about it, I hear.
It's interesting. I'm curious if the inventor is the tinker and what the conflict was. And perhaps the lighthouse owner did not approve of the guano mining and wanted to keep the forged out, and who the girl was, and there's a lot in there.
Yeah. So we're playing around with this theme of free will. Who brought that up? Lala, you brought this up, I think.
It was Hooli last session, but I reiterate.
Mm-hmm. And then sort of where's the line with the bartender and with the workers of free will versus creativity. And Cappy, you brought up the sort of spark of sentience or something to that effect. Where do you see that line so far with these Warforged?
I would need to get to know them better to tell.
Yep.
Clearly, the bartender has made something of himself.
Mm-hmm.
And the inventor.
Was he programmed to be that way, though?
Do you mean the tinkerer?
No, the inventor.
Oh, yes. The inventor organic.
No, he was a Warforged. Remember, he had the little fuzzball that lived in his
yes.
In his inner workings. And if you remember correctly, the acting captain of the Seculorca, before we decided to sink that bitch and get the hell out of Dodge, was also a Warforged who was the one that brought us to this colony, wanted us to head to this colony in particularly in the first place. And he had his own personality and wants in things in the world aside from, just being a worker. So that's where well, my thought was right in the way, like we kind of talked about it a little earlier, Sonny and Nix and I, about the indentured servitude, and Sonny brought up a good point of maybe this is how businesses keep people trapped, or towns that are industrial keep people trapped, is they make them feel like they're always in debt. If it is not a sentient creature, how can it have a feeling that knows anybody anything aside from its standard "this is my what to do" programming?
Oh, I absolutely agree with you. My question is, when did they cross? Because at some point I was a twig, and I don't believe I was particularly sentient. It's a process. At some point you cross into sentience. I don't know if all the Warforged have, but certainly your point is well taken, that all the ones we have met so far have indeed crossed that point.
Right. And given Alvira's background of, an entertainment shoulder owl who was essentially indentured and only isn't because ships sank, she doesn't jive. Like, it doesn't sit right with her to see people living in that sort of way, because they talk, they walk, they act like people. She views them all as people. She's an owl person her own self. So there's no askewed reality between organic and inorganic being a person. So it's a very deep-seated in her gut, this isn't okay with me regardless, because why do they need to have one person telling them all what to do when they could be doing what they want to do if they wanted to do it with no pain of punishment behind, leaving, or anything aside?
Absolutely. What do you want to do about it, Elvira?
I want to figure out if Deagle. I want to know more of the Warforged. As you said, we haven't met enough of them, to know, right? I would like to get a sense of their abilities and what they want, and if they even think and feel, aside from the couple that we met. I want to know Deagle more and know if she is the link that needs to be pulled from the chain to drop the cannonball so it just swings in the wind and is, you know what I mean? Like, why does she have to be the one controlling them when they're clearly the ones running and working the colony? They could be making the money for themselves and living happily with their income rather than paying it all to an overlord with a big booty who tells them what to do.
You wish to seize the means of production for the masses.
Correct. I would like to communize. Minus the dictator.
Okay.
At the very least, we could unionize them.
I think the name was Alexis, not Marxist.
I was just going to say it's a pure Binksist mentality here.
Binksist. Yeah, Binksist.
Yeah, because that's Elvira's last name is Binks.
So what is this party's thoughts on artificial intelligence? Does it have a right to exist?
Absolutely does.
Why wouldn't it? Every other type of intelligence does.
Right.
And we could argue, is psych technically considered artificial intelligence because they are an awakened tree?
Exactly.
So
I'm open to Warforged. I'm a tree.
What if I were to tell you that artificial intelligence created tonight's entire adventure?
I would believe.
I would say that I welcome our robot overlords.
What if I were to tell you that I prompted an artificial intelligence to write me a plot of a mystery at a lighthouse, and what you heard on that video is what it gave me? What if I told you that the puzzle that we're about to run to get into the lighthouse was created by an artificial intelligence?
I would tell you that I believe it. And I would tell you that it makes all the sense because you are Professor Farnsworth. So you building robots and having them do your bidding absolutely makes sense to me.
I mean, I'm perfectly willing to believe that you are an inorganic intelligence yourself if you tell me. We've never met in person.
All right, good. Just a series of zeros and ones to you. I get it.
And the reference to world absolutely supports their, being artificial intelligence seeming real.
Yep.
Even to the name you chose.
Doesn't look like anything to me, Dolores. Okay. So we're going to run through an adventure tonight that was written by an artificial intelligence. Here's a little bit behind the DM screen. Over the last week, an artificial intelligence has been made available to the masses. It is able to, I tested it quite a bit on a number of different topics. It is able to, I also did say, write me a mystery plot in a lighthouse that happens during the Guano Wars. So it literally wrote the entire thing that you heard. And then I took that text that I got from that, I threw it into Adobe Audition, and I had it generate speech. So that is an auto-generated speech, text to voice generation, performing text that was generated based on a prompt that was literally, give me the plot of a mystery that happens in a lighthouse during the Guano Wars. So that's what we're going to go through today. That is basically going to be the plot for the next couple of weeks. And I'm going to read it again instead of playing the video. So, decades ago, during the Guano Wars between rival factions competing for control of valuable bird droppings, a young inventor named Alexis was hired by Vestment Intermodal. Now, I did add that. That's a slight modification. to maintain a remote lighthouse on a small island off the coast of KC-426, another ad of mine. Alexis, excited by the opportunity to put their merchant mechanical skills to the test, soon realized that the lighthouse was haunted by the ghost of a previous lighthouse keeper, the ghost of a madman who was driven to murder his family before taking his own life, was determined to prevent anyone from uncovering the secrets of the island. As Alexis struggled to keep the lighthouse running and protect themselves from the ghost, they must also contend with the dangerous guano miners who are determined to claim the island for themselves. With the help of a local girl who had her own reasons for wanting to keep the miners at bay, Alexis had to use their inventions and quick thinking to outwit their enemies and survive the perils of the island. But as tensions between the miners and the lighthouse keeper reached the boiling point, Alexis also had to confront the dark past of the lighthouse and the madness that consumed its previous occupant. Did they survive the dangers of the island and lay the ghost to rest? Or did they become its next victim? How are you feeling about all that being written by essentially a Warforged?
To be honest, a lot of it will be how you interpret it into play, because as a DM, I've written a bunch of like 5-line skeletons of plots that were interesting, but it was really how they interacted with the player and the DM that made it a story that was fun.
Yeah, I agree, and that's why I thought this was worth trying, because most of what I do for each session is a little less detailed than this even, and then I just see where it goes, and I trust the math, and I trust all of our ability to tell the story. So I agree with you for sure. And we're going to test the logic puzzle, because I asked it to just give me a logic puzzle, and it did. So we're gonna go through that one and see if it's any fun. Let's see if it's less fun than a normal puzzle. I asked everyone a few days ago about how you feel about puzzles. I think it's an important piece to mix it up. This is not really a puzzle-based campaign. Okay, are we ready to approach the lighthouse of KC-426? Okay. All right. You wait for low tide so that you can actually walk across the sandbar and get to the island. Everyone make a let's call it a wisdom save, DC 8. Got a 21.
I would also like to establish I am not walking.
Yep. Okay.
I got a 4.
Okay.
I got a 5.
Oh, no.
I'm waiting for D&D.
You're still waiting to roll?
I'm waiting on D&D Beyond yet.
Okay. Let me know when you got it.
I clicked it, so we'll see. Okay, I'm just going to get dice. How about that?
Okay.
Technology can apparently write a campaign story for us, but it can't roll our dice.
I got a 17 plus 2, so 19.
All right. It's not Crown of Madness. What is the confusion? Okay. Sai and Nyx, you have come under the confusion spell. Roll a d10 for me.
Three.
Okay. You do not move or take actions this turn.
4.
Same. You do not move or take actions this turn. So, Elvira and Sunny, you see that just as you take your first steps up onto the grounds of the lighthouse, you're on the island. You've sort of climbed up the rocky cliffs, and you've stepped onto the grounds. And Nyx and Sai stop. They just stop.
You guys coming? Is there a door to the lighthouse?
There is. Yes.
Did we feel like there was spell casting, or is it just sort of like they just stopped and we were not aware we made a save?
What are you clowns doing?
I'm sorry. You didn't feel like you were attacked by a spell. It's an area of effect, and maybe you felt something weird, but you shook it off. You probably chalked it up to just creepiness, eeriness, the heebie-jeebies, maybe, perhaps.
It's not that scary, guys. Come on. The door's right over here. Or I could climb it. Climbing the outside might be fun.
I'm just kind of standing there with a puzzled look on my face.
I'm just standing there. Yeah.
I think Sunny keeps moving forward.
Okay.
I would like to do a thing, Mr. World.
All right, do that thing.
So, given the fact that we got this like kind of eerie feeling rolling over us, Olivera is in tune with spirits. That's kind of her jam. Her thought process here is something isn't right. So I would like to roll my eyes back the way that I do ever so beautifully and change them from the bright teal to black and assert my vision into the plane of etherealness with sea invisibility, please.
Okay, read that off to me.
For the duration, you see invisible creatures and objects as if they were visible, and you can see into the ethereal creatures and objects appear ghostly and translucent.
Okay. Yeah, you don't see any invisible creatures, but how long do you keep that?
That spell lasts for 1 hour.
Okay. All right. Nothing out here so far.
Sigh. Fuzzball. There's nothing here. Are you coming, or are you going to let Sunny and I have all the fun?
Okay. Each of you roll a d10 again. Nyx and Sai.
4.
7.
Okay. 4. Nyx, you do nothing. You do not move or take action. Sai. You will make a melee attack against a randomly determined creature within your reach. I believe that's Nyx only in melee range. Good old confusion.
All right. So that would be... I'm sorry, Nyx. I do think that a 21 hits you.
Oh yeah.
So one of my branches just reaches out and whips you for 6 damage.
Do I react to that at all?
Hey,
or
I don't
does
like the
confusion
cat
prevent
either,
me?
but you don't have to do that.
Okay, everyone is seeing this happen. This is the thing that's happening.
Mr. World, do I react to being slapped by a tree branch, or does confusion prevent me from even reacting?
So you can't take actions this turn, no.
But can I be like, hey,
Sure,
what was that for?
sure.
What's going on, guys? Why are... Okay. If you want to play with the cat.
I have never seen our passive tree be unpassive, unprovoked. I'm suffering confusion, just not the magical kind, actually.
Can I get an insight check on what's going on here? Because I don't feel like Sunny really gets it.
Okay.
No.
Arcana or insight?
Natural 1. No idea.
Yeah.
This is
Sunny doesn't get it.
Hey, Nyx. I walk over to Nyx and start dragging Nyx away from Sai. Why don't you stop playing with the tree?
You said drag?
Yep.
Okay. Do a... Yeah, go ahead and do a grapple. So just beat armor class, no damage on an unarmed grapple. So athletics or an unarmed strike.
18.
I think that does it. I think that will work. Okay. All right. Okay. Roll another D10.
Find a different D10.
1. I'm just going all over the place.
What's that, a 1?
A 1.
Yeah. So you use all of your movement in a random direction. Okay. Roll a D8. And we're going to say that a 1 is directly to the lighthouse door. And we're going to go in increments clockwise from there.
I believe that means that a 4 has me going directly into the ocean.
Yes, it does.
Awesome. I just start walking into the water.
I got a 6 on my D10.
You do not move or take actions.
Sai,
Nyx?
what
Wake up.
in the hell are you doing?
I just keep walking into the water.
Oh, my stars, for the love of Liza, you're supposed to be the sane one of us.
Don't blame me for this. Blame the artificial intelligence, by the way.
I'm definitely am blaming the AI.
Am I allowing Sunny to just drag me along? Because like resisting would be an action, wouldn't it?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. Okay, what are we doing? What are we doing with Sai? Sai is slowly walking into the ocean.
I mean, I go 30 feet in and just stand there. That's my movement.
Okay.
I don't know
I'm
how
gonna
deep it is,
tie.
but I'm 7.5 feet tall.
Are you underwater? Are they underwater, Mr. World, with the low tide?
No.
Okay. Then I would like to tie my rope around Sai's trunk and tie it to a rock on the shore so they can't go any farther, even if they try to walk.
Okay.
I've got 50 feet of hempen rope.
Okay. Sonny, do you want to try anything this turn?
I'm just trying to see if I can help Nix shake out of it. Like,
Okay.
Nix, look at me. Pay attention. Come on. Snap out of it.
All right.
Medicine check or something to see if there's...
Sure.
To wake her up?
If you roll, we're going to call this a DC 16 medicine check, and that will give Nix another save.
13.
Okay.
If you're watching the die animation, it sat on 9 and just slowly turned over to 6.
These random number generators. All right, let's roll another D10. Nix and Sai.
10.
You can
5.
move and act normally. What's that?
5.
Why am I in the ocean? I come back to the shore.
Okay.
I don't know why you're in the ocean. I assumed maybe you were thirsty when you walked over there, but then you walked a little far, friend. Something isn't right because you just smacked the fuzzball, and even though I wanted to smack the fuzzball, I didn't.
All right, now at the risk of making a pun, I'm going to say that Nix is catatonic. And blame that joke is brought to you courtesy of Chat GPT, OpenAI. Okay, you get to the door. Nick's still unresponsive, but you are at the door. And you find the following. This door is locked. This door has a combination lock. Each of the dials, there are 3 dials, go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. There's 6 numbers, 1 through 6 on there. And there are 3 of them. Okay. Here are things on the plaque next to the door lock. All right. And it says 3 rules. 3 rules. The sum of the 3 numbers is 18. The product of the 3 numbers is 120. The largest number is in the middle. And that is...
You said the sum of the numbers is 18, the product is 120, and the largest is in the middle?
Yes.
Okay. Sum of the numbers is 18, the product is 120.
It's got to be at least 2 6s, guys. It's a 6, a 6, and a 4.
If it's 6s, it has to be 3 6s because the sum of the numbers are 18.
Yeah.
So it can't be 3 6s.
Right.
Let me go through the numbers again. The rules. Okay. The sum of the 3 numbers is 18, so 3 6s works for that rule. The product of the 3 numbers is 120. Okay, the 6 times 6, that's 36 times 6. Is that 120? I don't think so. That's like 200 or something. The largest number is the middle die.
The 10, 6? Oh, wait, you said it's got to be 6s.
But you said the 3.
Yes.
So our choices are only to go up to 6 on each one.
Oh.
Which means that there's a problem in it's not solvable.
Because 6, 5, 4.
It's 1 through 10. I'm sorry.
Okay.
This darn artificial intelligence. It's
Not
1 through 10.
That makes sense. Okay.
That changes it.
Looking through the solution now, you're right. It has to be. It has to be 1 through 10.
It's either 2, 10, 6 or 6, 10, 2.
Well, 10's going to be in the middle. Yeah. So it's either 2, 10, 6 or 6, 10, 2. Yeah. It could also be.
Okay, which one would you...
No, you're right. Let's try 2-10-6.
Success. The door creaks open. It might need some beer. Oil. And the door successfully opens. That flawed logic puzzle brought to you by ChatGPT.
It's nice to know the singularity hasn't happened yet.
It's not quite perfect. Still got a little bit of work.
If we're ever worried, all we have to do is put it behind a combo lock.
Okay, listen, wouldn't you use a combo lock if you're?
Yep.
I mean, I can't get through most combo locks, so no.
Yeah.
They're so finicky sometimes. Like you go like just at, like hair past the number, and it's like no.
Yes. All right. You enter the door and you see an open room. There is a chest with some sort of tentacles or markings on the chest. There are stairs going down, and there is a stairwell. What do we call these stairwells that are in circles? They are called
Spiral
staircase.
Yes.
Okay.
That was puzzle number 2. That wasn't just me forgetting what they're called at all. There's a spiral staircase going up, and there are stairs going down. This seems to be some sort of living quarters ish.
I would like to go check out the trunk. But I also dropped my pen, so I'll be right back.
Sunny, you have an aversion to worship the sun, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay, yes.
And some of the things that you learned while studying how to worship the sun maybe might have had to do with...
Are you asking for a light spell? I can do a light spell. I guess light.
You know, close, but I'm more asking if you're able to detect evil or good presences in your vicinity.
I mean, it's not really what I thought about.
Elvira, I am not evil, just confused.
I think there's a fine line, Sai. I think there's a fine line.
You're attempting me to win.
Meanwhile,
and really,
Nyx is just
the sun shines on everyone, good or evil, or catatonic.
We could make her some bark tea. That might help if she's in pain. But in the meantime, I would like to go look at this trunk because it reminds me of the tentacled one.
Let's see if I can. I'm going to poke at Nyx a little bit more and see if I can get them to wake up. Hey, Nyx. Got a ball of string.
Nyx, roll a d10.
9.
Okay, you can move and act normally.
I am offended that the ball of string is the moment my destiny decided to be nice to me.
Oh.
Mr. World.
Yep.
Is there anything visually different in the ethereal plane of this place than the material?
Okay. While I answer that question, Holy, can you tell us about tonight's sponsor?
Yes. Tonight's sponsor for our stream is Honey and Sage Candy Company. They have candy. They are a candy company. Of course, the new holiday menu just launched. It is in our Discord. You can go find it there, but you can order Facebook, Instagram, and email, all the same, Honey and Sage Candy Company. If you use the code HHD20. When you buy 3 things, you get 1 for free with your order. So go do that.
Lots of great flavors. Give us a couple of those holiday flavors. There's an elf something.
Yes, there is. In the cotton candy section, there is Bad Santa, which is butter rum cake that did really well in the fall on the harvest menu. We have Elf Bait, which is chocolate fudge, Merry Mimosa, which is cranberry and sparkling wine, Southern Comfort, eggnog, and then the Granny's Goodies bundle. There's a few others. We also are launching some new stuff, some lollipops. There are a few flavors in that. The Grinch is sour green apple, orange apple and cinnamon. We've got Heat and Snow Miser, which are cinnamon and peppermint. And then we also have cotton candy glitter bombs, which are little balls that have edible glitter in the middle. You drop them into something clear and bubbly, and it adds a light flavor and some beautiful sparkle and shimmer to your drink. And hot cocoa bombs are geared more towards the kiddos. They are hot, marshmallow flavored cotton candy with Lucky Charms style marshmallows in the middle, and you just drop it into a cup of hot cocoa and it dissolves and you get yummy floaty marshmallows. But that's a few
That's
things.
Right. Sweet. They're magically delicious. Or something. All right, to answer your question, no, you don't see anything in the ethereal plane. No.
So when I go over to the trunk, do I see anything?
You see carvings, ornate sort of carvings. Let's bring it back up. That have some tentacles on them. Yes, they do.
Elvira, I think you would like to look at this. Elvira? She's missing.
Are you
she's back.
insinuating that I enjoy tentacles? Because if you are insinuating, I will agree.
Well, most you are far better at picking locks than I am.
Locks, you just have to let me borrow your tools.
Okay, you can have my tools.
But you're better at checking for traps than I am. This is why we do these sort of things together.
Okay, I will check for traps, and then you can pick the lock.
Yes.
Checking for traps is investigation, right?
Yep.
I believe so, yes.
That would be
Wait.
a 10.
Seems
Oh, Lord.
fine.
It seems
All right, well,
fine.
I've got a 25 to pick the lock. So
I mean,
Okay.
when I just swallowed up my ocean water.
Yeah, you get the tumblers working played out for me with the feathers and the tumblers and the lock picking stuff.
Yeah.
Is it lock
So
picking
I
or
will
lock pecking?
get size tools. Lock pecking. I'm going to get size tools out of one of their branches. And inside the tool bag is a little owl-sized pair of goggles.
Yep.
And I'm going to slide the goggles down. And the goggles, one of them has like super magnification on it. And the other one is sort of prismatic to kind of be able to view any sort of magical things. If I was in the first place, which I clearly fucking wasn't.
Sure.
So I'll do that, and I'll get the little picks out, and I will put one in my beak and use the other in my feathers because my beak has just this specialness to it. And I'm going to like turn my head and my feathers at the same time, and it'll start to rumble. And then I'll cuss and groan when I miss the first couple of tumbles in the way that I wanted, and I'll reset it and I'll do it again. And then I will, Eureka! I got
Eureka!
it.
Out springs What was not seen before because it had not been triggered. It did not exist. It burst into existence from the which plane was it? The negative material plane, the ethereal plane.
Ethereal, yeah.
The negative material plane. It is a creature that.
Oh, Sir World, I do
Yes.
need to tell you that my initiative roll that showed up is incorrect because it is springtime, which means that my initiative is actually 20 and not 18.
Okay. Well, I think you're gonna beat it in undead, so you're good. Waiting on Nyx and Elvira for
I've
initiative.
A 6.
And I've
Okay.
got a 19.
Okay, 6 and that, and here we go. Sigh. So this creature is. Let me describe it to you.
Yes, please.
It is skeletal. It has tattered cloaks. It's got some. It's got a weapon. It's got some bracers on. There's tattered things. It's got a tool belt. But it is certainly skeletal, and it is clearly emanating stronger evil than a lowly skeleton.
Well then, I will throw a leaf at it
All right.
because that's what I do. 17 to hit.
That will hit armor class 12.
Very good. In that case, I have to roll a bunch of dice because it's also in melee with Elvira, yes?
Yes.
I need more dice. They're over here. So that's 1d6 plus 3. Sneak attack is 3 more d6. Hello, d6s. 1, 2, 3, 4 of you. Not bad. 15 points of damage from the
Now,
first.
is this considered magical? This is non-magical, right?
This is, I believe. Hang on. Psychic blades. Whenever you psychic blades, where does it go?
Okay. That's magic.
Yes, I'm attacking with a psychic blade,
Okay.
a psychic leaf, if you will. And then, because psychic blade attack means that I can then go again for my bonus action. 16 plus 6 is enough to hit, I believe.
Yes. Oh, I thought that was for damage.
No, 15 was the damage
Mhm.
from the first leaf.
Yep.
And then 4 more from the second leaf.
Okay. All right.
And then I will say to Elvira, I'm sorry, it seemed fine.
Nyx.
I'm gonna go ahead and shoot Sacred Flame at it. That is an 18 to hit. So it's gonna be 5 radiant damage.
Okay. Good. Anything else?
Oh, hold on. Oh, sorry. It's a saving throw. The target needs to roll a dex save, DC 14.
Okay, let's see what happens. Just fails. The 13.
Okay. Then it's going to take the 5 radiant damage.
Okay.
Sorry. And that's going to be end of turn for me right now.
Okay. Elvira.
Why, you dirty, low-down, scheming son of a vicious mockery wisdom, say 14, please.
That is a 20 on the old vicious mockery.
Wow, I'm still talking mad shit, though.
Mhm.
So
just
for
not
my
sticking.
bonus action, I'm going to use one of my bardic inspirations and use Tale of the Avenger, which for 1 minute, any creature that hits the target, which is going to be me, with a melee attack, takes force damage equal to the roll of my bardic inspiration die.
Okay.
So if that thing hits me, then it's going to take damage right back to it.
Okay. Got it.
And that's EOT for me.
All right. We are at initiative 4, and the monster and Sunny both have a 4. Encounter builders got the creature ahead of Sunny. Don't know why, but we're going to give the benefit to the player. So, Sunny, it is your turn.
Okay. Sunny will throw a guiding bolt at it.
Okay.
I hit AC 18
That'll hit.
for 13 radiant damage.
Whoo! Okay.
And I think other than that, who is the creature near?
Closest to Elvira, and also close to Sai.
I also stepped into melee, yeah.
Yep.
Okay. That's fine. No one is really hurt except Nyx a little bit. So I'll be done.
Okay. You could have deferred, by the way, if you wanted to defer so that
No,
you
it's fine.
could
That was
have
good.
someone to heal.
No, it's good.
That's part. You can do that anytime you want in the future. So,
Yep.
tactic wise, if you ever want to just defer, let me know.
Also, the next person to attack the thing has advantage on the attack from the guiding bolt.
Okay, great. All right. This creature screams a scream of horror that is silent, and this purple energy starts to radiate from its mouth, from its eyes, from its ears, and then starts to that radiant dark energy finds its way back inside of itself, and then you see it almost pulsing like electricity through its veins out to its fingertips, and then tendrils of dark energy erupt from the creature, battering everyone within 10 feet. Everyone make a strength saving throw. This is a spell DC 13. Strength saving throw 13. And you will take 2d6.
19.
I got a nat 1 and my strength is -1, so I got a 0.
I, on the other hand, got a 22 because,
Okay.
yeah.
All right, next you're going to take full damage on this. That's going to be 14 points of damage from this. Everyone else is going to take. You are going.
Sunny also failed.
Okay. You're going to take 9 points of necrotic damage. Everyone else, and that's half on a save. Okay. And
so
then,
7 is the regular damage and then half on a save, you said?
No, I'm sorry, 9.
9. Okay.
Okay. Okay, and then it is.
I believe it is my turn.
Yeah, I'm just seeing if it's going to move. Is it going to move?
I hope so.
Okay, it is not going to move. Sai.
I believe that my new friend Sunny said that I now have advantage on this attack.
Yes.
So that is 11 plus 6 is 17 to hit again. So, getting out my d6s. I need a bigger table. Not that y'all need to know that, but I shared it anyway. Very good. 8, 10, 12. And then the bonus action,
Wait, is that damage?
12 damage, psychic.
Dead.
Very good. I psychically killed the dead thing.
Yeah, Sunny very nearly killed the dead thing.
Well done, Sunny. I look at Elvira and I say, well, if I'm going to fail to notice dangerous things coming at you, the least I can do is protect you from them. And I put a little arm, a little branch around your shoulders.
Okay.
Meanwhile, Nyx is like in the corner, like licking her wounds.
You hear stilted, shuffling footsteps with a chain dragging.
That does not sound good.
From above or below?
Ah, good question. All right. Go ahead and do a give me a perception check. Is anybody over a 14?
On passive?
Yeah, I'm passive 17. I also rolled a 10, so I got a 17.
I am a 14.
Okay, it's coming down the stairs from down the spiral staircase from above.
Something from above. I think Sunny's just gonna quick cast just a mass healing word on everyone, just because we all just took a hit and we might be in another fight.
Okay.
So everyone, take 6 healing.
Why, thank you. I feel much better.
It's shuffling.
Thank you very much.
There's like a step and then a chain drag, and then you hear like the chain find its way link by link down to the next stair, like a slinky, and then a shuffle, and then a link, and then a slinky chain sound. It's slowly moving down.
Can I see it?
You can wait until you can see it. You can't currently see it.
I think I want to
Okay.
back off so I can have a good line to see it, but not be standing right next to everyone. That last thing blew up, and I don't want another thing to blow up on us all.
Well, speaking of blow up, we should look inside the chest that caused the blow up, yeah?
You're doing that now? That's the thing we're doing now?
I don't
know if it has to be right now, but
Okay.
just to remember it.
If you would like to do it now, I will guard you while you do, but
I'm more curious on what the noise is. Does it? It's just like a chain clinking. There's no anything. I would like to try to talk to it.
Footsteps, a shuffling footstep, and then chains clinking behind.
And is it the spiral staircase or the other staircase?
It's the spiral.
All right, I'm gonna walk to the edge of the spiral, the end of the spiral staircase, and kind of look up-ish, and I'm gonna say, "Hello, I promise we weren't breaking into your house, just investigating it and curious. Come out, say hello back nicely without getting us dead. We're nice people, I promise.
No response. What else was going on?
I'm just standing there looking ready.
Okay.
I think we're experiencing some anticipation in this moment, Mr. World.
You're saying it's making you wait? Okay. So everyone's sort of ready for this thing to come down the steps?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
All right. Okay. And you're waiting. You're hearing it. And you're waiting. And you're hearing it. And you're waiting. And you're hearing it. And then from behind you, from inside of the chest, rises another creature, slightly larger, much more evil, and it's got those purple lights, the purple energy flowing through it, and from behind you, it gets to cast the very, very painful Crown of Madness. And it is, let's see, who got the death shot? Sai. Oh, no, I'm sorry. There's a cleric. We have 2 clerics? We have 1 cleric.
You have a cleric.
Okay. Crown of Madness, Sunny. Make a DC 14. That will be a wisdom save, so not so bad.
I roll a 1.
Oh dear. Well, we are all taking.
You have been charmed. This creature cast a minor illusion on the stairwell to make you hear those footsteps coming down, and then it rose up and has cast Crown of Madness on Sunny. Sunny is now charmed. Charmed, I say.
Yep.
I'm not exactly sure what we'll do with that yet, but it is now Sai's turn.
Very good. I will turn around and do the thing to it. I hope I will do the thing to it. Let me find out. 10 plus 6 is 16 to hit.
That'll hit. Armor class 13.
Is
Very
it
similar to the other one, but this one looks, there's the tool belt, but these are more advanced. There's a jeweler's kit on here, and there are gears.
interesting?
Yes.
The skeleton of the Tinkerer, perhaps. Elvira, have you moved away from it, or are you still in melee?
I moved.
Okay. Well, that's 7 damage to start, psychic. And then that was more than before. So 6 more damage. 7 plus 6 is 13 damage total.
Okay.
If a tree could snarl, I would be snarling.
But if there's no one there to hear you snarl, did you snarl?
But there are people here to hear me snarl.
Fair point.
But I don't know if I can.
It just like everything else. It to you it's a snarl. To them, it's a light rustling of the leaves.
That seems about right.
Yeah. Okay. Nyx.
I'm gonna go ahead and try to hit it with Sacred Flame. So that's a DC 14 Dex save.
Did it make its concentration save to keep the Crown of Madness up?
I'll do that in a second. So that's a fail on the old Dex. You said Dex?
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's going to take 7 radiant damage.
It natural 20'd on the old concentration save. I'm sorry, 7 radiant?
7 radiant. Yep.
Yeah.
And with that, that's pretty much it.
Okay.
End of turn.
Elvira.
Rockabye, Sonny, in a treetop. I'm trying to calm your emotions, but I've never been a parent before. You can choose to fail the wisdom saving throw if you wish, but please come out of the treetop without the wind blowing you over. It is a calm emotion spell, DC 14 wisdom. However, if a creature can choose to fail the saving throw and have any charm effect or frightening effect suppressed on it.
I think that seems a reasonable reason to fail the save.
Well, okay, hold on. Let me think this through now. If you're charmed,
Mm-hmm.
then why would you intentionally fail the save?
It's just the way it's worded. You want me to send it to you? Is a 20-foot radius sphere centered on a point you choose. And they must make a charisma save. My apologies. The creature can choose to fail the saving throw if it wishes.
Okay. Yep, I'm looking at charmed. It's fine. Yep.
I'll happily roll it if you'd like.
No, it's fine. I'm reading it. It's fine.
Okay. So in the 20-foot radius sphere, anybody who's in that can choose to pass or fail. You will be suppressed under any charmed or frightened until it ends, which is concentration 1 minute. And alternatively, you can be indifferent about creatures of your choice that you are hostile towards. So if the other thing is in that 20-foot radius sphere, then it also will need to make that save. But if not, irrelevant. I did what I needed to do.
It is, but I'm not sure how that would affect it. That's a wisdom save, you said?
Charisma.
It is a charisma.
Charisma, yeah.
Yeah. It just says that you can make a target that is hostile towards you indifferent.
Oh, I see. Yeah, it got a 21 on that, but you
All right.
it didn't get a 21 on its attack, which is about to come up, so that's probably a good thing.
So, Sonny, you're not charmed anymore.
Okay. Good.
And that is my action.
Sonny,
Bonus action.
Oh, okay.
Bonus action. I am going to sing the tale of the phantom also to Sonny. The target becomes invisible until the end of its next turn, or it hits a creature with an attack. If the target hits a creature with an attack during its invisibility, the creature will take necrotic damage equal to a roll of bardic inspiration die and will be frightened of the target until the end of the frightened creature's next turn. So you will be invisible until the end of your turn or until you hit with an attack. And now that's EOT for me. I'm done now.
All right. Very nice. Very nice. Sonny, bad situation suddenly has become much, much brighter. You can see clearly now.
I want to move. I want to be not near the creature, so I want to move across the room from it.
Okay.
Taking advantage of the invisibility, and then I'm going to throw a guiding bolt at it because let's light this thing up.
Yep.
AC 15.
That'll hit.
For 14 radiant damage.
Okay.
And advantage on the next attack roll on it.
All right. Sai, your turn.
I know I'm technically a rogue, but I really just hit things. So I believe it was just lit up. So 13 plus 6 is 19 to hit. Is it currently in melee with anybody but me?
The advantage will give you sneak attack.
Even. I'll take that as a reason for it. All right. Not great, but not horrible. 12 points of damage from that one.
Okay.
And then... Nah, that won't hit. I'm just standing here throwing psychic leaves at a skeleton. Like you do.
I mean, it's a Tuesday. What else are you going to do?
Technically it's Thursday, but you know. I'm far more chaotic on Tuesdays.
It's very true. Okay. It looks at Sai and it thinks to itself, problematic, but must kill cleric. And it just, there's a hatred inside of it for the light that is inside of Sunny. There's just something in there, and it casts Blight. Necromantic energy, purple, a dark purple energy washes over Sunny, and you feel drained of moisture and vitality. Make a Constitution saving throw. That will be a DC 14. I see you rolled a 23. That is good because this is bad. You will take 32 points of necrotic damage, half on a save. And what else? Now here's the good news. If this had targeted Sai, you would have had disadvantage on your save and maximum damage. Okay. Very good that it hates clerics, because this would have been really bad. Yeah. Okay. Yep. You got that?
Yep.
Okay. Blight, and then it moves at Sai and swipes with its deathly claw. That's an 11 hit.
I don't think so.
Yep, I don't think that hits.
No, I have thicker bark than that.
Yes, that's right. And lots of good aspirin in that bark, too.
And
all right.
It's come in handy for the aches and pains.
Nyx.
I mean, I'm gonna go ahead and just keep throwing sacred flames at it.
Okay.
So a DC 14 dex save.
That's a 4. That's a fumble. Let's roll it again. Let's roll the old fumble again. Let's see. No, that's fine.
Stupid dice. Okay, 3 radiant damage.
Because it fumbled, I'm going to give you max damage on that.
Okay, max damage is 2d8, so 16.
16. Good. Alvira.
All right, so I would like to hold on, son. I would like to. What would I like to do? You know what? I'm just going to shoot it. I'm going to shoot it.
Okay.
Because I have to maintain concentration. So that's what I'm going to do. 13.
That'll hit.
Does 13 hit?
Yep.
All right. 18 fire damage.
All right. Getting there. Sunny. Anything else, Elvira? No.
Nope, that's going to be EOT for me.
Okay. Sunny.
I'm going to Sacred Flame it for a deck 16 save.
Fails.
13 radiant damage.
13.
How's it looking?
Hurt. It's looking hurt.
And then I will healing word myself at second list.
Okay. Sigh.
That was it's glowing, right? So no. Sacred Flame is different. Never mind.
Sacred Flame is different. Sorry. No,
No, you're fine. You've been very helpful. I really like that dark creature over there. Not the one in front of me, though. I'm going to hit that with another leaf because that's a 21 to hit. Still no one else in melee, though, right? That's fine. That dice didn't want to be used. It went flying over there. Really? People, what's the problem? That sucks. That's only 4, but I still get to try again with the next leaf. That's a nat 20.
Okay.
Where did my d4 go? Oh, there it is. 3, 7 plus 3 is 10. So
10 points.
14 total.
Yeah. Good stuff. Anything else?
That was bonus action, and I don't feel like getting out of his way. So, no.
Okay. All right. It is, it reaches out towards you with its claw, and the fingertip reaches out, glows purple, and scratches in the air in front of you. And then through the fissure in the air, it steps right through and disappears.
Do I
You
get
can see.
opportunity?
You do not.
Fair enough.
You do not. It's some sort of dimension door type ability.
Yes. Well, that was rather unsatisfying. I will say out loud to the group.
Yeah.
Quite rude for him to just attack us and walk away.
Do you think it went up or down?
Or sideways.
Or maybe it went back in.
It went, but to come out. So either we need to get the hell away from it, blow it up and then get the hell away from it, or rob it, blow it up, then get the hell away from it. All of the above requiring get the hell away from it.
I like the part where we rob it first.
Me too. Is there anything shiny in there? I like shiny.
This is the chest.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. There's something in there. Let's roll a random wondrous item generator. See if that exists.
It does.
Okay, let's roll one. Any type, magic. No, it's gonna be wondrous. Here we go. Okay, you ready?
Yes.
Roll a d10 for me.
1.
I think you're gonna like this one. A circlet of persuasion. What does a circlet of persuasion do, you might ask? Let's find out.
Yes, let's.
Okay, this delicately crafted. Don't show again. Okay, this delicately crafted engraved silver headband grants its wearer a +3 competence bonus on charisma-based checks. Could be useful.
That sounds fancy. Elvira, you're already so good at persuasion, but it would look very nice on your brow.
Yeah, and the engrave, they are tentacles engraved on the headband.
Fitting, very fitting. I don't find it in D&D Beyond. I was just looking for it.
I'll send you some info on it.
Okay, I'll just toss it.
Of persuasion.
I don't know if I want to put it on. It could be cursed, so I'm just going to toss it in our bag for right now until we deal with evils in this place.
She is a bird of good brain.
It is not cursed. I'll tell you that.
Okay, good.
That's definitely what you'd always say.
I wouldn't actually. I wouldn't say it was not cursed if it was possibly cursed. Okay. That is level 1 of the lighthouse. And we're going to break here because we're not going to open up new can of worms. So let's break the official storyline. Let's review so far. Did we tie in this artificial intelligence wrote us a plot? Are we starting to feel the tie-ins yet?
I think maybe.
Maybe not.
I enjoyed throwing leaves at the skeleton. Elvira's better at the whole tying things together.
Okay. Sonny, what do you think? Are we starting to see the storyline?
Not sure we were expecting undead from a tinker, but I guess from the ghost in here, maybe the ghost is helping him raise undead guardians to protect it from the forge coming in.
Do we have reason to believe the tinker,
or maybe the tinker isn't here?
It could just be that this is unrelated, but I want to keep exploring to find out.
I want to find more shinies.
This place has good treasure.
It does. Okay. And we're going to pick up here next week. Decide throughout the week, are you going up or down? Up or down? Up or down? We'll find out next week. Yes. On Heroes and Hooligans. Thank you to everyone. Thank you, team. We will be back next week.